Dolphins mailbag time. Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports ready to break down all these awesome questions. So what exactly is a mailbag? We ask y'all, hey, what do you want to talk about? You submit the questions, and then we're going to go ahead and answer them here. The first one coming up here on today's show is from Thermal YT. I think I got that right. Is there potential for the Dolphins to trade for a running back such as James Robinson or sign someone like Le'Veon Bell? And if so, who should we trade for sign for? Sorry, no profile pic. So get a picture. So how about this? I mean, I understand the want for somebody like Robinson. I understand for the want of somebody like Le'Veon Bell. We actually have more questions around both of these players on today's show. But if I had to pick one, Robinson's the more talented running back, which is just really weird to say at this point. But he's going to cost a lot more. Why not just go out and sign somebody like Bell if you are trying to add a running back? Here's my question. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a very competitive person. I like to win, but I hate losing more than I like winning. So if you're a competitive person, I want you to go down in the comments section right now and type C. And if you are typing C, there's something you need to see here. News break followers. So here are some of the channels that we have at Chat Sports. Bears Now has 272. Seahawks Today, 216. Broncos Breakdown with 118. I kind of just threw that one in at producer Sam because he's a Broncos fan. But what you guys can see is this. 167 followers in the app, on the Newsbreak app. I want to get more followers here. I want to go ahead and pass the Chiefs, and I want to pass the Seahawks, and let's catch the Bears channel here. So chatsports.com/DolphinsNB is how you go ahead and download the free Newsbreak app. Now, why would you want to go ahead and do that? Local news and weather, doesn't matter what city you live in, doesn't matter what your zip code is. I guarantee you, politics, food, pop culture, news, weather, it's all important to you. Sports content, if you want more sports content from us as well, you got to go to chatsports.com/DolphinsNB. So once you download it, look for Dolphins Today. Give it a follow. I'm going to give you an update next week. We better be past the Chiefs, and we better be really damn close to the Seattle Seahawks. I don't know about you. I hate losing. Let's go to the next one in here. It's coming in from Luca Clements. Would a running back like Kerryon Johnson or Todd Gurley III on a one-year prove-it deal help the situation at the position? This is a good question, and I'm kind of going to tie it in here with what MHR Vlogs sent in. I don't know if you guys know this. This is not my car, but it might be my dream car. Should the Dolphins pick up Todd Gurley or another free agent running back before the start of the season? Now, I'll tell you this. Kerryon Johnson was a running back that I did like coming out of Auburn. The injuries have just piled up at this point. I'm going to stay away from him. But you guys both are mentioning Gurley, and you both went out and mentioned some free agent running backs. As it stands right now, personally, here are my top 5 free agent running backs. Gurley, Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson's a name to throw out there, Duke Johnson, Dion Lewis. If you're looking for just a pass-catching specialist, maybe you go Johnson, maybe you go Lewis. However, if you're looking for more of that veteran running back, I do think somebody like a Gurley, like a Le'Veon Bell, like an Adrian Peterson does make a little bit of sense here. So what Chat Sports is all about is the interaction. Because, if you do a show and you don't have anybody out there interacting with you, did you even really do it? If you go somewhere and you're talking by yourself, it looks kind of weird, right? I don't want to do that. So please go down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Should Miami sign a running back? I want you to type S for sign or P for pass. I am actually going to say, yes, it is time to sign a running back, which is weird because the entire offseason I was like, draft. Well, it didn't quite fall that way. Now you're looking at this Dolphins team that has Myles Gaskin, who's a good running back. You have Malcolm Brown, who you went out and got, and then Ahmad. No disrespect to all three of those players. If I'm Tua Tagovailoa, if I'm this new Dolphins OCs that they both have, right, co-OCs, this isn't what I want to rock and roll with. If you can go out and get actually somebody like an Adrian Peterson on a one-year pretty cheap deal, that would actually be something I'd be a little bit more open to. Let's go to Fatal X. What would we have to give up for Aaron Rodgers? I love the question. I think it's funny, the Aaron Rodgers trade rumors, if you remember, it was Deshaun Watson. Now it's Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I mean, it's all over the place. So what I try to do is cook up here, right? We're going to cook up this little trade idea where the Dolphins get Rodgers. The Packers, this is actually what I think they would probably have to give up now if you don't want to throw in Tua because they already have Jordan Love. You might as well throw in another first-round pick, which Miami does have in 2022. But if let's just say they do want Tua Tagovailoa, Christian Wilkins, because probably one of their biggest needs right now is still defensive tackle. If you want to throw in an interior linebacker, that's actually their biggest need, I personally would say, after the draft. And then 2 first-round picks. So what do you think? All right? Yes or no? Would you make this trade if you were a Dolphins fan and you could go get Aaron Rodgers, you put him with this defense here? I'll tell you what, I think it's a Super Bowl caliber team, but you are giving up on a player that I know y'all like in Wilkins. You're giving up on your young quarterback right away, and then 2 first-round picks. Sam and I both said this. Honestly, I think the Packers say no. I don't really think they'd want Tua Tagovailoa. Why for yes and for no would you make this trade? Let's go to Dakota Hetrick. Are the Dolphins trading Howard or Byron Jones for a running back and a center after signing McCary, who are tradable Dolphins players after the draft? All right, let me just say this. You're not trading Xavier Howard. You're not trading Byron Jones. You're not going to give up probably your 2 best players on your defense for a running back. Like, I get running backs are, popular positions because of fantasy football and whatnot, but I'm not giving up one of the top 2 cornerbacks in the league for a running back. Center, maybe, but again, I'm not going to give up one of those 2 players, and I think you mean McCourtney, but no. My answer should have just been no. I'll tell you what, though, if they do trade X or if they do trade Byron Jones, we are going to be making a video, and it's just going to be an absolute meltdown here. So if you want to stay up to date on what's going on around your favorite team, if you always chant fins up, if you're a diehard Dolphins fan, check out our channel. It's youtube.com/DolphinsNews. All right, Owen, what's up, my dude? Should the Dolphins do this trade? Jacksonville receives tight end Mike Gesicki and second-team All-Pro wide receiver Jakeem Grant. Wow, you're really trying to sell Jakeem Grant right now. Jakeem Grant's at a yard sale, and you got premium new option Jakeem Grant here. Or Miami receives James Robinson, a 2022 second-round pick, and then a 2023 fifth-round pick. So to make it look a little bit easier, I actually went ahead and made the graphic here. And if you guys want, take a screenshot. You can always post it on Twitter, post it on Instagram. I mean, that's the way that we can make this show grow here. So would you end up making this trade, or I guess I should ask, who would win this deal? Type MIA for the Miami Dolphins or type JAC for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, I understand that y'all want a running back, and the amount of James Robinson questions that I got was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. Now, the second-round pick, that's a little bit more intriguing. However, with Tua Tagovailoa and the way that this offense is constructed, I know that you went out and drafted long, but I'm not really going to give up Gesicki. If they do decide to move on from Jakeem Grant, then that's maybe a little bit of a different story. But I do think this, so like, if both sides would actually probably win in this trade here. Let's go to BatDad71, and this is actually a pretty special moment for me on this Dolphins channel where I got, hashtag Mitch shout out. I don't know if I'm the only host here. I know Tom makes some videos. We got a lot of people around Chat Sports making the videos, so I appreciate that you guys wanted me to give you guys the shout-out. Do the Dolphins have enough offensive weapons to score 30 points per game? This is what top teams average. I'll say this. No, I actually don't think that this is going to be a top-fledged offense unless Tua can take that leap. I know a lot of people out there like Byron Jones are saying he's going to take the leap. Until I see it, I can't say that, yes, they're going to average 30 points a game. Do they have the skill position players to do it? Do they have the offensive line now? Yeah, they're moving in the right direction. But until Tua shows me that he's ready to take that step, I can't say 30 points per game. Plus, the defense is elite, so they might not have to score 30 points a game. All right, this last one is also around Tua Tagovailoa. What do you think Tua's stats will be in 2021? So in terms of background information, last season as a rookie in 10 games, 64.1% completion percentage, 1,814 yards, 11 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He had his ups. He had his downs. So when I think about the projection that I am going to give him, I'm going to be somewhere around the 67.8 completion percentage. I think those numbers go up. Having that extra year, being able to work with the offense. You add somebody like Jalen Waddle, Will Fuller to your offense. Now, a lot of people are going to be like, man, that's kind of a low yardage in touchdowns, right? I mean, again, this is a very talented offense in terms of skill position players. The reason why the yards are probably going to be a little bit lower, 3,987, because I'm a believer in this defense. And the Miami Dolphins, they're first going to try to win football games. So if you don't got to go out there and chuck it all over the field, I actually don't think that they're going to do it. 24 touchdowns. This is a pretty solid number as well. He's going to have some turnovers. There's no doubt about it. I'm curious to see how his legs work, but I will also go on the record and say this. if there is a quarterback that I think could have the most fluctuation this year between his highs and lows, I do think it actually could be somebody like Tua, where if they make that second-year leap, somebody like a Patrick Mahomes did or like a Lamar Jackson did, one of the best sleepers out there for MVP, and it's a bet that I've already gone out and made, is Tua because of all the talent that is around him right now. So predict it. How many touchdown passes for Tua Tagovailoa next season? Go down in the comments section and let me know. I said 24. I anticipate a lot more people going higher than that. But again, as always, let me know. And if you made it this far in the video, drop us a like.